Hello guys, it's been a long time. I was here on the channel, but yeah, I was cooking for today basically. To represent you this beautiful deck here. Infernoble, like in the old times, but better. The only thing that we lost is basically smoke grenade. But yeah, it has a good reason to not be here. But yeah, let's go straight to the deck profile. Of course, we played best normal summon in this deck. That's triple Neospace connector with the one Aqua Dolphin. Also for the normal summons we play the YUGIOH. And for the extenders for this particular deck, in this build with the Neospace connector, I think I like to play more than one Fireflint Lady. Then I basically pump up this card to 2. And I don't like triple Renowned in this build because Neospace connector is a light and you love to start with him, and this can conflict to extend. And then I think for the grind and for the follow-up 2 is fine. I don't think you need more in this build. And for the new cards that come out in Duelist Nexus, the one Turpin and the one Ricardetto. These cards are crazy in this deck. This card is broken, I think. When you start with the YUGIOH combo, you basically special this with this ult, and when you have a level 4 fire monster in the grave, basically it's full combo from there. Yeah, I like this card. And for the follow-up, the banish effect and special from hand also comes up. Yeah, I really like these cards. And also for the extender we play one Oliver. I think one is all you needed. And also to extend, I like this card. It's basically Noble Arms. And in my build it's basically also a MST against the back row matchups, because I play the Noble Arms that can pop a spell and trap. Yeah, I really like this card, that one. And of course, the one Gerfried, you could play this card at 2, but I think you can, in the follow-up, you can, with Renowned, you can always get to that card, and I think 1 is all you needed. And for more monsters, we play, of course, hand traps, Triple Ash. I think it's the most common one to play because you take this card in the deck and it's never dead. Then for this format we choose to play triple Droll and Lockbird. I think this card is crazy in that format, and yeah, it's nothing about to say about that. Then especially for Poorly we decide to play triple Imperm. This card is also good, and it's also good as the 6th card when you draw it. You can always do something, but yeah, now in this format with Crimson Dragon, Hot Red, and you know, it's, yeah. But it's more for Poorly, because Poorly is really scary in the draw phase, and you don't want him to do much in the draw phase, because you can't draw him, and yeah, I think Imp is good. Then for the last hand traps, double Nibiru. I think Nibiru is a solid card in this format, and yeah, that's it basically for the monster hand traps. And for the spells we play triple Heritage. This card is crazy. It's basically a Rota for your deck. Then we're talking about Rota. Here is the original Rota. Yeah, it's a one-off. Basically, it's the 4th copy of Neospace connector, and yeah. Yeah, it's Rota. Then for the new card, this card is absolutely busted. It's triple Museum and 1 Terraforming. You search this in the combo, but this card is not hard once per turn. You can basically extend your combos more when you have this. I really like this card. This card does really much for the deck. For the equips we play, of course, triple Durandal, Then the new one, this card is basically every copy of each Infernoble arm, and it has other effect to basically add back from the grave when the card is equipped to a monster and the monster goes to the grave. It can add something back from the grave, and in some combos you dump the Gerfried, and with this card you add the Gerfried back when you get to Renault a bit earlier. And for the other noble arms I played this one. This is basically add back and special summon from hand when it goes to grave, when the monsters are equipped. And I really like this card. It's basically a searchable MST for the back row matchups, and you can also in these matchups loop that card every turn, and basically you have a spell and trap pop that are searchable, and it can help a lot against single floodgates that don't let you play, but you have this and you destroy that and you play the game. And for the 41 card, of course, the Phoenix Blade. This card is good, helps you in the first combos to have 3 cards in the hand and not discard like a hand trap or something, and keep your hands full. Then for the extra deck, of course, the one and only Isolde. This card is broken. Yeah, it's Isolde, it's nothing about to say. And for the new cards, we play the double Emperor Charles the Great. This card is also very good, and it does so much for the deck. Basically, you have now a poor deck that are locked in warriors. Not every time, but the most time you are locked into warriors, and your warrior core is so strong now that you don't need even the generic cards to be good, to the deck be good. But we play also a little generic package in the extra deck to basically play into boards and yeah, to close out the games, and that's one Unicorn and one SS called Talker. I think I really like these cards. I'm testing out. Maybe I will cut these 2 cards, but for now I really enjoyed it to play, and I think some options in the extra deck, and also game makers, or when you got deburied on Synchro, you can basically with SS Call Talker and Gerfried OTK the opponent. It's 8-3 damage. Yeah, for the moment I think it's fine. Then for the Synchros we play this here. This is needed in some combos when you don't have the Durandal to play around Nibiru, when you don't have a Neospace connector, and with the audio lines. You could cut that card for another card, but I think in these situations this card is good, and I really like to have these options to make it. Then of course the Roland and double Angelica. This card is busted, and it helps some combos when you play around Nibiru. You go to Booth on the first turn, and of course the Charles. Nothing about to say about that. Then for another generic synchro we play the Baroness. That's also a warrior. This card is broken, you know. It can pop one, it can omni negate, yeah, it's a warrior. You play it. And for the Xyz we play this card. I really like this card. Some people don't play this card, but I like it. Go in second. Basically you can detach the 2 cards that are needed for them, and bounced 2 cards basically negates. You force 1 interruption, and you can go battle phase and crash that card. When this card is crashed or popped by something, you can special summon one Noble Knight Xyz from the extra tank, and it's treated as Xyz summon. And when you then you special basically this. When you go first to Isolde, then to this. This is basically full combo up there. And you crash this in the battle phase, and you have already attacked with the Xyz monster. You can attach the Xyz from the grave and search. Then you overlay this for Zeus and nuke the whole board. I think this option going second is really good. I like it. It comes up, not every time, but when it comes up, I really like it to have this line. Even when Isolde is not successfully resolved, she dumps the equips for cost, and to have this option, I think it's very good. Yeah, and so is even when you play talents in the side or in the main, and Zeus is a good card. But yeah, we don't play talents in the main, but in the side, and I think Zeus is good when you play talents, because Kashtira is a thing, and a Rise Heart is broken, and a Rise Heart really hurts this deck, and I think to have the option of Zeus is really needed for the deck. So that's it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more of the Spam Liga, and like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content.